Welcome back to the Traders Network Show, broadcasting worldwide from Greenwich, Connecticut. We're at the 2019 Greenwich Economic Forum, and my next guest is Steve Meskers. He is the state representative for the 150th district in Greenwich, representing Greenwich in Hartford. Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. Thank you, Matt. I'm very pleased to be here today.
Stephen, you know what? Thanks for coming down. I appreciate your time. So, we're here at this event. We got a lot of thought leaders here, a lot of impact development leaders. We have a lot of CEOs, investment bankers, hedge fund managers. I think the number was $7 trillion in wealth that's sitting in this room right next to us. We just heard the first selectman and the governor speak on economic development in Connecticut. Tell us why this event's so important to you.
You know, I sat for 35 years on Wall Street, and I have to say that this is an impressive collection of asset gatherers, probably the most impressive group I've seen in my years on Wall Street. And I think what it speaks to is that Connecticut is on the mend and turning around. They've held this forum for a couple of years, and we're beginning to see the economic impetus coming through. And to see both Ned Lamont, our Democratic governor, and Peter Tessie, who is effectively the mayor of Greenwich, and a Republican working together to bring this group of esteemed individuals here gives me great hope for where Connecticut is heading.
Well, I think this is a terrific start, and this is the second annual event, from my understanding. You know, we cover the World Economic Forum, and I can say that the talent and intellectual property here rivals what we see over at WEF. And the governor and the first selectman had mentioned the economic impact that this event could potentially have on the state. From a business development perspective, how do you see this evolving?
The way I see it evolving is that you've got now a governor who's got an incredibly deep background in business, and he's moving us forward in terms of reaching out to the private sector for development. You've got Ray Dalio up at the platform now speaking, who is the founder and president of Bridgewater Associates, and he just announced a $100 million investment in the educational system, I believe, about 8 to 12 months ago. And you can see the investments that they're making in human capital, which will help turn this state around. We've got a tremendous defense industry here. We've got a tremendous need in unfilled jobs, and the training programs that are coming forth in the state are just impressive.
That's incredible. You know, we also notice on the roster here, I'm holding the agenda, we got Byron Allen, Rubenstein, and a few others. It's obviously, and we got the former CEO of Yahoo, and obviously other news and networks and everything else covering this. It's becoming a lightning rod. Where could this go from here?
Where this can go from here is you will begin to see the governor and his economic development officer, David Lehman, who's an ex-Goldman Sachs partner. You will see them begin to bring the force to bear in Connecticut, in the public realm of the private sector. And that's going to be the signal we need to get the turnaround going in Connecticut, to attract capital and investment.
So we're talking about public-private partnerships.
We're definitely talking about public-private partnerships. We're also talking about a reinvigorated private sector. You know, this past year I sat in the State Assembly and we passed the first balanced budget without raising in a material way any of the taxes. We're balancing the budget, we're resolving the pension issues that plagued Connecticut, and we're going, and all the rating agencies gave us an upgrade, or the rating agencies moved our outlook to positive. It's a sign that things are on the mend and we're headed in the right direction. Well,
in the right direction, I would certainly agree with. Listen, we got to cut to commercial break. I'd love to have you back a little bit later. We're going to be around for the next couple of days, and I appreciate the input. Everybody, Stephen Meskers, State Representative, the 150th District in Greenwich, representing Greenwich and Hartford. Stephen, welcome. Thank you. I really appreciate it. Special thanks out to our affiliate partners, ABC, NBC, Fox, and CBS. We're going to be right back after these messages. You're not going to miss our next guest, so don't go away.
The 2019 Greenwich Economic Forum is brought to you by Bridgewater Associates. Meaningful work, meaningful relationships. Churchill Asset Management, Nuveen, a leading provider of senior and unitranche debt to middle market companies. Ropes and Gray, bright past, brilliant future. Aurora Capital, inspiring partnerships. And Gramercy Funds Management, we are emerging markets. Special considerations to Bank of America. Life's better when we're connected. Noah Private Wealth Management, a leading wealth and asset management service provider in China. Guotai Jinan Futures, a leading brokerage firm for commodity futures and financial futures in China. China Industrial Securities, a comprehensive financial group providing full-spectrum financial services in Hong Kong. And Titan Advisors, built like a hedge fund. Special thanks to the Financial Times and Greenwich Business Institute for hosting us. And thank you to all the sponsors who helped make this event possible. We'll be right back after these messages. Don't go away.